All right, so my next topic is end behavior. And what I'm saying is end behavior. That's essentially saying what is it doing at the ends of the function. So let's do this. These numbers are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to infinity. So on this side is when x is infinity. On this side is -1, and that goes to negative infinity. So it goes negative infinity for x. On top is positive infinity for y. On bottom, it goes to negative infinity for y. So this is what we know. I'm going to just mark that just to get started. All these infinities there. And do that each time we start these. Definitely have a page you can write on. If you don't, draw the picture on your own scratch paper and then mark that. This is going to make it easier. So what you're going to do is, it's always going to start off with this. It's always going to start off, x approaches negative infinity. That means go to the left. And then x approaches infinity. That means go to the right. So, and then we're going to say y approaches something and y approaches something. The only thing changed are these two. X approaches negative infinity, x approaches positive infinity are always going to be the same thing. So basically, x approaching negative infinity means left. This is the negative side for x. That means left. X approaches positive infinity means down. It means right. So this means up. This means down. Of course, this is left. Of course, this is right. All right, so if I'm looking at this graph, if I take my marker, I'm going to make it purple, and if I start at the origin and I go to the left, I'm going to touch the curve. I'm going to have to go up or down, right? So when I went to the left of negative infinity, I went down towards this thing, which is negative infinity. So on the left side, I'm going to put negative infinity. And then for the other one, x approaches to the right, I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go to the right. I'll go to the right side of the curve. Then we'll go down and touch the curve and see what it's doing. It goes down again. So it goes to negative infinity again. And I'll just answer the end behavior. X goes to negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity. X goes to positive infinity, y approaches positive infinity. And that's it. Not hard to do it all. I'm going to give you a new one. All right. Direction once again says determine the end behavior of the parabola. So whenever they say that, you want to be thinking, well, where is it negative infinity? Where is x positive infinity? I'm just putting negative infinity, positive infinity on each of the ends. We go to negative and positive directions. I'm always start off with these same things. X approaches negative infinity. X approaches positive infinity. Again, it's always given. You can write y approaches and y approaches. So, and you're just going to follow that sequence, right? So I'm going to start at the origin, go to the left, go up and touch the graph. I'm using a different color than blue. It's looking too much like a graph. So I'm going to go to that direction, go up and touch the graph. What is it doing? It's going up towards positive infinity. So I'm going to put positive infinity. And then on the left side, I'm going to go to the left, see what the graph is doing. It's going up again, going towards positive infinity. And that's a wrap. We decided this end behavior. All right, last thing I want to mention is intervals of increase and decrease.